Hello there, my name's Ray. I'm with Team S.T.E.A.M. Today I'm here at Flash Industrial Painting because I'm looking at this 2011 T800 Kenworth winch truck. And I'd like to go ahead and get started on it by taking it outside and sandblasting it, but I can't do that because it's been raining for 2 straight days. It's raining right now, so I guess if you can't beat them, join them, because as it turns out, I got some pressure washing I need to do first. Now, we mess with muddy trucks in here all the time. That's not a big deal, but the problem with this particular setup is this is all aluminum. Same with on the other side. And this is going to be masked off. All of this plate is going to be masked off. And as you can see, it's not going to be easy to mask with all that mud in there. With all that very fine mud in there. This is going to need to be taken off. I'm not going to mask around it. But this is going to be blue, and these toolboxes are going to be blue. And as you can see, that's just a 1/4 inch or more of mud. And if I'm going to be outside pressure washing it, you know, there's some things I might as well go ahead and hit that normally we'll just clean up by hand. We'll just take like these rubbers and clean them up by hand with glass cleaner and rags. But if I'm going to be outside pressure washing anyway, I can just hit everything that needs to be hit on this truck. All right, we got this truck pressure washed the other day. Now today I've got it out back. We've got it all tarped off, got all the lights pulled out of it, got it ready to sandblast, got all these are pipe racks actually. Got them all pulled off there and all put on sawhorses so I can get them sandblasted too. I got the compressor fired up, warming up, and here in just a minute I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff sandblasted so we can get going on this truck. All right, got it all done. Now I just need to let the compressor cool down, get everything cleaned up, and then roll up the hoses and get this guy in the shop. All right, boys are getting the truck all masked up. They got it all wiped down with thinner. That's the first thing we do on a truck that is at risk of having been buffed out. And any truck with all this clear coat missing is always at risk. Somebody in its past, in all likelihood, got on it with a buffer trying to make this base coat shine like a clear coat and solve the problem with something they bought from some outfit. And a lot of those are silicone based, and a lot of those will come right through your primer and your paint and just ruin everything. So first thing we do on a truck like this, we wipe it down with thinner. Now I'm stepping outside to get these other implements prepped and get them shot before tomorrow night, because tomorrow night we're expecting rain, tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. And I don't want to bring these in the shop. So I'm getting them prepped right now. I've got them all set out on sawhorses, as you can see. And I'm going to go ahead and get them primed and painted this afternoon. In here I've got them all shot. Did it an hour or so ago actually. They're already dry by now. Now we can go ahead and get rain and it's not going to hurt a single thing, and they don't have to come in the shop. Now the boys got 2/3 of it masked up, and one of the first things I'm going to go ahead and tackle on this truck is this fiberglass repair right here on this hood. As you can see, they bashed something pretty good at some point, probably before they got this big heavy bumper on there, and I think that's probably what had a rippling effect into this grill. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take just this piece of grill off, just this one outside piece, so I have a little bit better access. So I'm going to have to dig all of this out from the outside and put an external repair on it. And here's a 2-inch and a 3-inch roll lock, and as you can see, they're both 24 grit. I mean, that's a serious grit. That's what you use to remove a lot of material and get it good and roughed up so it'll hold any kind of fiberglass repair you stick to it. Then I'm going to use these two to go ahead and dig out all of that fiberglass and get it down to where it's paper thin so I can do a repair for that. And here's what it looks like all prepped. This has been eaten down, 3/16 of an inch. As you can see, this hole got quite a bit bigger. This material is pretty thin. I eat all this down a long ways, so now I can fill it all in with fiberglass and then do my body work over the top of it. Now before I do this fiberglass repair, we're going to go ahead and pull just this one bar. I went ahead and had the boys unmask this section of it. They didn't know I was planning on pulling this, but I'm going to pull just this one bar, because you can see from the side it goes in quite a bit. And this is because I've ground it down so far. That's a good example of how far down I've ground it. But then this is also bent in too, because it stayed bent in from when this got hit. So I'll pull that bar off. I'll do that fiberglass repair. So at this point, I've got everything that needs to be prepped on the hood and the cab and the sleeper for bodywork all prepped, and I'll show you what all that is. And then you can see all the little spots where all the little dents are on this side, the passenger side. And then this gouge right here hasn't been prepped at all yet, because there's no sense in prepping it until I get all this clear coat off of here. You see I still need to strip all the clear coat off of all the affected areas of this hood. And after I do that, then I'll prep this crack and get it out, or gouge and get it out. And then same with the driver's side. You can see I've prepped this entire section all the way up and down because of rock chips. This entire section because of rock chips. Even the front of this fender a little bit because of the rock chips that are on it. And then we come over here, driver's side at the rear of the sleeper, and you can see there's dozens of dents all the way around. This side saw some hail, so there's dozens of small dents, a couple scrapes, decent sized gouges. Up there you can see the sleeper, or the exhaust cover had, once again, this is very typical with these models, gotten into the sleeper cap in a couple spots, gouged almost all the way through the aluminum down below. So that's all prepped, all ready for body work. So we've got the hood open here so we can better facilitate getting this bar off of here. I'm gonna get inside with a wrench and have one of these guys from the outside with another wrench. We're gonna go ahead and take that outside bar off. And then I'm gonna prep this repair from the inside. So this repair will be repaired from both sides, the inside and the outside. It'll be far stronger than it ever was when it was new. Okay, now I went ahead and prepped it with some 24 grit. As you can see, the whole entire area is prepped from the inside, and it's prepped very well from the outside as well. I'll go ahead and lay this inside repair in. Okay, and here's that repair after it's been fiberglassed. Got a good 3 layers of fiberglass on it there. And here it is all glassed from the outside. Now I've got it all ground back down to the level and prepped, and I can go ahead and start my body work on this spot as well. We're getting some of the scratching banged out. As you can see, we do all the rivets first. They all get done first, as you can see all this. Then we're gonna have to wet sand prime the doors because those decals will leave imprints in the new paint. And I know that these ones will because you can still see them. These were applied and they damaged the clear coat when they went on, so they must have either gone on too soon or the clear coat is of low quality. If I had my guess, it's probably both. All my body work's done there. All this glazing, all this body work's done over here. Got all these dents done on this side. Getting ready to do the dents on the other side. See how much fun some of this stuff is to get to and prep? It all has to be wax and grease before we can scratch it, and that's the closest we can get to it, is to come up underneath the truck. Sometimes these winches, when they ride really close to the thing sitting in front of them, they're pretty inconvenient to deal with. So I got all the body work done, got all the priming done, got all the clear coat stripped off, and then got the wet sanding primer everywhere where I need it on both sides, as you can see. Now today, the goal is to get all this stuff sanded and get this truck in white paint. All right, got everything sanded, everything prepped, 100%. As you can see, there's no shiny anywhere left on this truck. All of the wet sanding primer's been sanded. And now it's time to go ahead and get some white primer on. And then we'll get some white paint on. All right, it's already been primed. I forgot to include you guys in that part, but it's primed. And now we're gonna go ahead and get some paint on it. Well, good morning. As you can see, yesterday we went ahead and got this thing shot. Today, the whole goal is going to be to mask up everything that's white, prep everything that's intended to be blue, and then go ahead and get the blue on it. So as usual, we'll be covering all this in paper. If you cover it in plastic, the plastic will leave an imprint in paint this fresh. So we'll be covering everything in paper, and then we'll go ahead and finish prepping. Of course, this got sandblasted, but we'll go ahead and sand most of these surfaces. These never got anything, so they're gonna get sanded and prepped all together. And then down the sides, I still have this weld to do right here, as you can see. And then we'll go ahead and we'll get the blue on. And we're getting the masking banged out. Like I said, we'll cover it all with paper. We'll cover the top of the bed sheet, and then we'll cover that with plastic, and we'll tape the plastic to the paper. It's coming along. Got that welding done. Just getting the prep all finished. Got it all masked up. 100%. Just finishing out the details, like sanding these sorts of things. Sanded the toolboxes, sanded all this metal down the side. And then we're just getting some of the grease off of it, off of the roller and some of this area back here. And I'll be blowing it off here very shortly and getting some primer on it. All right, 100% prepped, ready to go. Let's go ahead and get some primer on it. All right, got a couple layers of primer on there. Let's go ahead and get some paint on it. All right, got her shot. I'm gonna go ahead and get cleaned up and spend a little time in the garden yet today. All right, so I got this shot yesterday. I'm here a lot earlier than the boys are. That happens a lot. Oftentimes I walk in the shop at 6:30 in the morning. So, and I don't require them to get here until 9. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy unmasked and start putting it back together, because the owner is gonna be here before noon to have me install door decals and get on their way. They got a rig move, an oil rig move that they're on their way to. So they're gonna drop by and pick this truck up on their way here just this morning. I've got most of it unmasked. I'm gonna let the boys finish up what little unmasking there is when they get here shortly. And I'm gonna go ahead and start getting some parts stacked up so we can start getting this guy put together. All right, we got her all put back together. Got all the chains and everything put back on it that I think he's gonna want put back on it. Some of the tire chains and stuff, it's not really the season for that. I'm not sure that he wants all those back on here. We might just throw them in a pickup when they get here. But other than that, truck's done. So let's walk around it. Okay, this is a 2011 Kenworth T800 winch truck. Mostly does oil field work. Belongs to a transportation company, but this truck does mostly oil field related work. There was clear coat issues everywhere. There was a bad break in the front of the hood. As you can see, there's zero evidence of that now. Got the cow catcher all painted. A good shine on it. Got all necessary fiberglass repairs. Got the hood adjusted, so now it's sitting like it's supposed to. This side was hailed out. Zero dents in it now. The back of the sleeper was banged up on both sides just because it's a winch truck and it's far too close to everything. And so it just makes sense that that's just going to become kind of a victim over time. Got all of his chains back on. Got his little emblems riveted back on the toolboxes. Chassis done. Got the chassis all prepped and shot. His tire chain holders mounted back on. Got all the lights back in it. And the two light bars on it. There's a light bar, like a work light at the top of the winch there. And then there's another one on the cow catcher on the front. Again, got the details. Got everything all shot and done. Got his mirror extenders painted and done and reinstalled. They were just raw steel. It was quite rusty. Now this guy's ready to go move some oil field equipment around. So there you go, another one in the books. If you like this video, you should hit the like button. That's going to help me grow my channel. And if you like videos like this, or domestic auto body, or gardening, or art, or any of the other things we do around here, you might as well go ahead and subscribe, because you know, we always got something going on. We'll see you guys around.